Okie dokie. Well, for part 2 of this unboxing of my new kit, we have the instructions. And again, sorry for the delay, but you know, me sort of being not that skilled. Well, I don't think I'm that skilled, but anyway. I felt I needed to just have a quick flick through so that, I at least didn't sound like half an idiot. I could at least walk you through it a little bit. So, with that being said, and customary Dutch courage, let's have a look at these instructions. So, alright, this camera angle's really crap, so you're going to have to excuse me. We're going to wiggle and wobble, but we will get it a bit better. There we go. Right. Okay. So we are boiling on a budget, so everything's on a shoestring, literally. So let's get down to the brass tacks. So these are the instructions for my new kit that I've got, and I do plan to light it, so don't worry, Samus, I'm going to light it, and I'm also going to have a few other functional things with it as well. So eventually there'll be running water and things like that, and other things. But anyway, so cracking it open, first one just gives you a general sort of, this is how you get it, then you got this, and then you got that, and then you got that, and then you got that, and then it actually gives you an index, so that if you sort of part way through the instructions and you have a bit of a brain fart, you can get through it. So and yes, there's 47 pages to it. So we'll just have another quick flick over, and of course, with all good instructions, you have safety, and it also tells you the necessary tools that you're going to need for the job, or sorry, to build the kit. So, blah blah blah, and then you have your list of parts. So, pretty good so far, pretty self-explanatory. Alright, moving right along, then we have just a general layout of the assembled kit, and how you want to put the supporting structures underneath the kit to make sure that it can hold its own weight. So I suppose you could refer to it as landing gear, but and depending on where you're going to set the kit up, you might, if it happens to be a bit of a windy spot, you might just want to anchor it down. So yeah. Anyway, moving right along. Now this is going to be a very long-winded thing, but then we start to get into the nitty-gritty. So before you assemble your kit, you got to make sure that you got a good, flat, level, stable workplace to work on. And then we get into the first bits, which is starting to remove sprue gates, I suppose you can call it. Yeah, let's call it sprue gates. We knock a few sprue gates out of the way, do a little bit of cleaning up, make sure everything's all nice and good, and then we start to add a few components, flip a couple of pieces here, there, and everywhere. You might want some help from another capable modeler to, help you assemble it, but you get that. And then moving on, we've got to set up a few more bits and pieces, mainly just making sure that when the kit is fully assembled it's going to sit level. So I suppose it's a bit more landing gear issues. And then we talk about folding out another section of the kit. And then once you got that folded out, you then got to level the kit out some more. And then we start getting into some more, I suppose you could call it, not so much custom work, but actually, let's say photo etch. You know, you've got to trim this and do that, and you know, knock these holes out and all this stuff. So yeah. Then moving on, got to get ready to assemble some bulkheads. So we need to get some stuff lined up so that, you know, all the bulk. So you got to, you know, make sure your edges are cleaned up and smoothed up and ready to accept the bulkheads. And then we get to doing some gap filling. So unfortunately there's a few gaps, so we've got to do a bit of gap filling. But, you know, everything's supplied to do the gap filling, which is good for once. You know, don't have to go out and get your gap filler. The gap filler is supplied, so apply your gap filler. Then we work on some more, a bit more, it's not exactly gap filler, but, you know, just some seam work. We just got to do a little bit of seam work. And then we start working on some more bulkheads, flipping them out, and then of course, I suppose, in typical almost Tamiya style, you know, it's ×2. And then moving on, we got to do some more, I suppose, photo etch, sort of joints and stuff like that here, and, you know, a little bit of filler work and stuff like that just to get seams right. Then this here, you got to concentrate on some rivet detail. Make sure you get, you know, it all locked together and all good. Then you got some more seam work and rivet detail, and then you've got some interior detail that you need to work on. Plus, you can either go seam work or rivet detail. Doesn't really matter. Choice is yours. But not only that, but the interior layout is kinda, well, actually, it's adjustable, which means I might go for a bit more of a 50-50. I don't know. We'll see how we go here. I'll figure out what I need. I'll probably lay out the workshop first, take as much space as I need for the workshop, and then sleeping quarters will just, you know, the mess deck will be what it is. So, you know, I only got to lay down and fart in there, so, you know, that's all that's needed there. Then we do a little bit more fitting out and exterior detail, a bit more exterior detail, a bit more rivet detail and exterior work. Then we're doing exterior cleanup, some more, I suppose you could call it, seam work and exterior detail, and then more exterior detail, seam work and rivet work all applied into the one. Some more again, exterior detail and seam work. Then we push on to the interior detail and seam work. Same again, interior detail, more seam work. And then some more interior fitting out, interior detail. Again, more interior detail and seam work. And then we go, I suppose, floor seam work and detail. Then seam work, more seam work. I mean, this thing's got a lot of seam work in it. It's just unbelievable, the amount of seam work. Then more interior detail, fitting out, more interior layouts, all your functional bits and pieces, and more interior. It's funny, like, you know, a lot of kits you work from the inside out. Well, this kit you work from the outside in. So we're actually concentrating on interior detail at the moment. So cabinetry and stuff like that. So like I was saying, this kit is not for the first timers or the faint of heart. You'd really want to have at least, you know, just a bit of DIY sort of, you know, get in there and have a go. But they have actually a really good support group, so that, you know, if you feel that you're becoming a little bit overwhelmed, you can contact them and they can walk you through it just a bit more, you know, a bit easier. Again, seam work, interior detail, a bit more fitting out of smaller components, and interior detail, so some wiring and plumbing and stuff like that. And final fitting out of interior. And then we start getting into the real nitty gritty. So depending on what you want to do. And we're getting really close to, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and anybody else in between, like Peter, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt and drag. Kit's complete, and there you go. Alright guys, well, that's it. That's my new build, kinda on the bench. And oh, wait a minute, that's right, I found out something a bit interesting today. So we'll get rid of these instructions for my new kit, and we'll just have a wet the whistle. I got a delivery, another delivery actually, and apparently, according to Intel, this was the first shipment to be delivered down under of the new, hang on a second, let me get it, military range. So I only grabbed a couple, but it means that I can finish 2 builds that I really want to finish. So we'll do the customary rubbish on the floor. So we will reach in here and we will pull out, ooh, okay. What have we got here? Let's see. Let's poke it out and see what we got. See what, oh wow, okay, doesn't want to come out that way, so we'll go this way with it. It doesn't really want to come out. Oh, hang on. Is that a star? what do you know? It is Australian forest green for the ADF. So I will be respraying all of my APC and Centurion. But wait, there's more. Okay, we'll go this one next. Come on. Surely somebody's going to notice that one. This is for a certain classic plastic build. So this here is the colour for, hang on a sec, I've even forgotten, look at that. Yeah, the F6F-5 Hellcat. So everything else is going to go on hold. The Oldsmobile is going to go back in the box because I've got a build to finish. But wait, there's still more. God damn, I sound like Big Kev. Okay, last one in the box. So we had Australian military colour for the vehicles, but you can't have your vehicles without the good old fashioned foliage green for the troops. So there's my two very important ADF colours that I need to finish a certain diorama. Well, actually not finish it, but start it again. And colour to finish my Hellcat. So yeah guys, I have a new kit to assemble and I have to get a workshop up and running so that I can do some finals. So yeah, alright guys, holy snot rag, shit on a stick and call it a choc wedge. Nearly 20 minutes. You know what? If you're still here, bloody awesome. Thanks guys. I know I'm just a little guppy in a big pond, but yeah. Till next time gang, be good, or be good at it. Alright guys, I'm out. Laters.